Welcome back to Two Daddies Judging Baddies.
Judging baddies.
Where we read internet stories and then we judge people.
Two daddies, judging baddies, judging baddies.
I'm ready to judge people so hard.
So hard.
Oh, I'm going to judge them so hard.
I'm going to start this one off. It's originally from Daddit.
Daddit.
I've never heard of that subreddit, but
Shout out to Crystal, by the way, for getting these stories for us.
I could use some support, dads. I don't think I count as one anymore, but I don't want to lose my relationship with my kid.
Wait, what? Read that again?
I could use some support, dads. I don't think I count as one anymore, but I don't want to lose my relationship with my kid. I think it's a step-kid situation. All right, originally posted 5 months ago. Hey, dads. A month ago, my wife and I separated. It was for a litany of issues from both of us. She also decided to give up custody of her daughter, my stepdaughter, but I just see her as my daughter. She gave up custody to her ex. We were in the middle of a nasty custody case with her ex, who would routinely tell my daughter how horrible her mom was, how my wife would steal her money, how she was a liar, etc. She also had to involve the cops to get her daughter back from a holiday at their place, and that was when they had zero custody.
Don't you love the couples that are just like, hey, unfortunately, together we're shit.
Both of them.
I think it would just be best if we went our separate ways. And in the meantime, fucked up our kid beyond repair.
And continue to be shit.
Yeah.
Just keep that shit streak going.
Absolutely.
I'm deeply concerned that I won't have a relationship with my daughter at all anymore. I raised this girl from 14 months old until she was nearly 11. We've got Stars, a kid's messaging app. I still reach out to her there. Sometimes she replies. I've seen her twice since the separation. Each time she's expressed concern about not being able to see my family ever again. I've told her that won't be the case, but I'm not confident it's true. She'll see them this Sunday, but with the manipulation that her dad has already done, I'm afraid she'll get to a point where she doesn't want to see me and that they won't allow my wife extra time for her to see my family. I'm not just losing my wife, but also my daughter. We weren't legally married, so I don't have any legal right to see her. The best I can hope for is that she'll reach out to me once she's older and try to reestablish a relationship. This shit just hurts so fucking bad. So, do we want to comment on that or just keep rolling?
We can comment on it. I mean,
it sucks.
Yeah, but it doesn't seem like he'd get to see her anyways, even if they stayed together, because she gave up custody.
In the separation, yeah, like it's just a shitty situation to be in. Like, you are a part of this kid's life, and then you ultimately would like to stay as part of it, but you really have nothing.
I just think, custody of your child is one of those things you fight tooth and nail for. I don't know where tooth and nail came from. But
it's from you chewing your nails like this. They're so close, you just keep.
Is that really how it is?
Fuck no,
oh,
I don't
you
know.
Fucking dick. I was believing you too, man. Get to the
You're
update.
always fighting tooth and nail.
God.
All right, so update 4 months ago, I was worried that my relationship with my daughter was over because my wife left me and gave up custody. For a brief summary, we've already covered it all, so now to the update. Since I've made that post, I've gotten to see my daughter a couple of times, and we video call regularly and play Fortnite online. My family has had her at a couple of our holiday get-togethers, so she's still getting to see her aunts and uncles and grandparents on my side. I hadn't communicated much with her bio dad and her stepmom other than to arrange time to see her. The first time I did this, I went through her stepmom, but her mom, my ex, is the one that I ended up meeting to get my kid. So he picks the kid up at mom's house.
Right.
This kind of threw me for a loop. I figured if my ex had our daughter, then she'd just communicate directly with me, but no. She's ignored all communication from my side that isn't from me directly, and even with that, her replies were spotty at best. It was weird to me that the antagonistic bio dad and stepmom were facilitating my relationship with my kid more than my ex was. Hell, even my mom calls stepmom to arrange things with my kid. Oh, it's almost like
maybe they're the good people and you just got with a bitch.
Yeah.
That's what it does seem like right here, guys. I think we are uncovering the mystery that maybe
mom was the problem.
Yeah, dad divorced her for a reason, and then you got with her, and now y'all separated. I mean,
That's why it's hard when people tell stories. It's like, well, like let's just
Let me tell you how it
hold
was all
off on
their fault.
judgment.
Yes.
Do you see a pattern here where everybody around you is a terrible person, but maybe that common denominator is you, and you're the terrible person?
Am I the problem?
Nah, no, couldn't be. All right. Still, I hadn't had a real conversation with her bio dad and stepmom until recently. My birthday was earlier this month, and my mom had arranged with my daughter's stepmom for my daughter to spend the day with me and my parents. We still picked her up from my ex, who just refuses to communicate still. We got sushi, went fishing. Shouldn't you went in the other order and then cut up your fish and make sushi out of it? Ugh. No, I don't think you can make sushi out of a river trout.
Right.
We got sushi, went
Can
fishing.
you do that, though?
I don't know, maybe.
What fish can you eat? This is why our reliance, on grocery stores is kind of a problem. Because if I'm ever in nature, I'm like, what can I eat raw? What can I not eat? I'm not even touching plants.
I mean, unless it's berries.
I'm done.
Like blackberries and raspberries.
Yeah.
Those are really easy.
That's the only thing. Maybe I find some muscadines out there. That's it. Anything else, I'm not touching mushrooms. I'm not. I guarantee you the ratio of okay to deadly is not.
So they're easier, but it's one of those things you really have to like take the time to understand. And there's easy ways to tell which. There's tons of people that are out there foraging for mushrooms now, but yes, you do need to. But that's wisdom that we've lost.
Spaghetti mushrooms?
Yes, spaghetti mushroom. Pocket sand.
Pocket sand.
Pocket fentanyl.
It is, yeah. That's fentanyl. I think that's powdered sugar, bud. That's fentanyl.
Well, then what did my wife use for the bake sale?
Breaking news. 100 people will die at 7th grade bake sale. That was a little skit that me and Dylan did
Still up on
a year and a half ago.
Yeah, it's still up on Felonious Falafels YouTube.
It's on the YouTube, TikTok, and the Facebook. Yeah, it is Country Boy versus Cop, right? Yeah, that's what it's called.
That's a funny one. All right, so during the time for my birthday, my kid and I talked a lot. At the end of the day, we took her back to her bio dad's house. Her dad, who had been my enemy for most of the last year, smiled at me and wished me happy birthday when he opened the door. I had some things.
Dude, it's just like he walks in. It's like fucking Christmas land. Like it's fucking. And he's like, "Happy birthday, bud. How old are you?" And he's like, just a Midwestern dad. And it's like, wait,
Are those your birthday shoes on?
Or yeah. Oh man, you're looking snazzy here today, bud. You need any help? Like, I just got this new lawnmower. I've been aching to bust it out. Like, you want me to come by and mow your lawn? And I'm like, wait, I thought you were the problem.
You're supposed to be mean and terrible to communicate with.
Well, you know what? I don't like to slander people, okay? And I think that mess ups are always they're touch and go. But do you believe the guy who wanted custody of his daughter or the woman addicted to methamphetamines?
Used all of the child support for methamphetamine. I had some things I wanted to discuss with her stepmom regarding a gift I'd given my daughter for Christmas 2024. That I naively left at my ex's house for her to safekeep until my daughter was old enough. So we stepped aside to speak privately. We don't discuss negative things about my kid's parents around her. That's long been the policy, at least for my ex and I. The conversation that followed was incredibly revealing. I won't go into all the nitty-gritty details, but the too long didn't read is that my ex has been lying to them about me being some sort of monster, that I was always the problem and just a giant piece of shit. My ex also claimed that she paid for the custody case. She didn't even have a job when it started. I footed that bill and admitted to them that she cheated on me and I found out, which is why we were no contact now. And stepmom told me that my ex takes the bare minimum time with my daughter and sometimes not even that. Stepmom also told me that my daughter is always super excited to see me and my family, talking about it almost nonstop in the days leading up to it, and that my daughter was in tears, nearly inconsolable in the days after the original breakup because she was afraid of never seeing me or my family again. God, this mom is a shit.
Yes, but I'm so glad we figured it out halfway through. Like, wait a minute.
Well, she still ended up with two good parents. Like, they're both dads.
I think
and a
you
stepmom,
say, though,
but
like, hey, she cheated on me and I found out, and that's why we got a divorce. Because then we could be like, okay, she's just a terrible person.
Yeah. Stepmom also told me that my daughter... Oh, no, I read that part. Scroll. Stepmom has made it her goal to keep my daughter and I's relationship intact, which I'm obviously fully on board with. I'm seeing a new side of stepmom and bio dad. They're just making sure my daughter has extra time to call me. They bend bedtime rules sometimes so we can keep talking or play another round of Fortnite. And we're already making plans for me to see her again soon. Oh, I also want to point out that stepmom and I have the same birthday. She gave up her birthday with my daughter so that I could have her. Fucking awesome
Just
parents.
A1 fucking people, yeah.
She's with us all the time. She can go over for his birthday. I have no fear about my relationship with my kid anymore, and I'm starting to realize that her other parents aren't anything like how my ex presented them to me. I'm actually getting to know them now, and they're my greatest allies in keeping me and my daughter's life. No one really needed an update, but I wanted to share this win. Thanks, Daddit. No, give us more updates. Like,
Right,
what'd you
yeah.
guys do this weekend? We like, there's not many bright spots.
That's that is uplifting as fuck.
so fucking great.
God bless. I knew it. I just knew it was the mom.
Thank you, Crystal. For
Right.
that wonderful, like, made my heart happy.
And it starts off you thinking it's like the dad and stuff like that. Oh, what just a juicy story. God bless America. And that is why Crystal with the blue hair is our just number one.
Oh, easy. There's a lot of number ones.
There's a lot of number ones.
We have a vast swath of number ones.
I'll tell you what, I'm tell you who's up there. Who's getting up there? Goat Man.
With his wordsmithing.
Fuck yeah. If you don't watch Mike and Dylan Hate Drama, that's with Reddit. That's the podcast where we give advice to listeners and stuff. We have a listener who frequently submits stories.
We either give advice or just read your stories. And
By the name of Goat Man, and I don't know if you listen to the stories. The writing is so good. I'm trying to figure out who he is. Like he's got to be somebody.
he's like a movie screenwriter.
Yeah, he's like a wordsmith or something. Like he is just
he actually
premium.
cut his teeth in fantasy, the books that your wife reads.
Oh, really? Oh, fuck. Fuck you, dude. God. Am I the asshole for my response to my daughter's teacher? This is from Am I the Asshole? The original was April 24th, 2022. My daughter is 12. I'm trying to teach her ways of creating and respecting her boundaries that are age appropriate. Teaching her that it's okay to say no to things she feels uncomfortable with. All right. There's a boy in her class who keeps bothering her and her female friends at recess. I've encouraged her to go to me or a teacher when this happens.
Or punch him in the throat.
All right, yeah. My daughter told me a few days ago that fuck me sideways. Look, we had to actually restart this podcast and Dylan was fucking up, but now no one saw that.
No,
It's just me fucking
We
up.
erased that.
Fuck. My daughter told me a few days ago that in this class, the teacher had asked the kids to form groups of about 4 or 5. She had a formed group of 5 with some other girls. Then the boy who had been giving her trouble at recess came over and said he was joining their group. Another girl said that they already had 5 and he should work with a group who only had 2 or 3 people. He said no because the teacher said about 4 or 5. Legally, still in the clear. All right, but this is definitely a Gabe, little miniature Gabe that we're
He just likes you.
witnessing.
He's just flirting with you.
Yeah.
He just punches you in the arm because he likes you.
Well, yeah, my daughter said no. And it's like, yeah, but where's that? It's like that persistence. That's like not, it's not rapey. It's real, like it's
romantic.
determination. Yeah.
Have you not seen a rom-com before?
Right. Like my grandpa asked her out 40 different times and she said no. And then one night she got real drunk. They had sex and she got pregnant and they were together for 45 years. You tell me that's not a love story.
I mean, she's miserable for 45 years, but they were
Right. She's
together.
still alive. My grandpa died. My grandpa was 30 years older than she was. She was only 14 at the time. It's like, it's all bad. It's very rare you find 2 real old people and it's just like, oh, that's cute.
Oh no, there's plenty of cute little heartwarming stories.
Yeah, but then a lot of them back then, it's just like, I was 30. She was 14. She had just flowered. And I'm like, stop, stop. Because I think I have to kill you now. I don't know. My daughter then said that they didn't want to work with him and that he should find another group. A few of the girls agreed. He said, you can't exclude me like that. It's against class rules. And she said she didn't care. I heard about this from my daughter first, and the way she talked about it, she had been firm, but not unkind. But then I got an email from her teacher saying she wanted to call. She said there had been an incident at school where my daughter had excluded another child, and that wasn't allowed in her class, and she wanted me to have a talk with her about it. Her telling the events was the same as my daughter's. I felt proud of my daughter for her honesty. I sent her an email saying, "Dear Miss Teacher, I'm sorry, but that's not a lesson I feel comfortable teaching my daughter. She's at the age where she's already having to deal with unwanted attention, so I'm making a point to teach her that she does not have to be around anyone who makes her uncomfortable, and that a young lady is able to choose to spend time with people who make her feel respected." Ew, women's rights. Oh, they got their own feelings and stuff and boundaries. Ew.
It's not what the Bible says.
Yeah, God. The Bible says be silent, woman. It does say that. I understand you already are aware the kid has been behaving in ways she feels uncomfortable with at recess from our prior conversations. I think it's a very dangerous lesson to teach a girl she has to include and be kind to everyone instead of teaching her to be aware of when someone is not respecting her no and stepping outside of the situation. I hope I don't have to explain in too much detail why I find this important, but to put it briefly, I was brought up with the include everyone mindset, no exceptions. It taught me to ignore my own comfort level, and as I became a young adult, I became the victim of men who use my inability to say no to their advantage. It's a dangerous lesson and no longer appropriate at that age. Thank you. The crowd goes fucking wild.
Fucking great worded email to the teacher.
Right. Because me, I'd have been, "Dear Miss Bitch."
Yeah.
My daughter says she didn't want to hang out with that boy because he is weird. She emailed me back asking for a meeting in person with the principal. I'm preparing for that, but wondering if my email was a bit too harsh. Redditors can't escape that. They were like, I sent a very proper email, but was I a little bit rough?
Like literally,
Question mark?
I laid it all out there of the dangers of her not being able to say no to people and for her to like set boundaries. And was I too harsh by saying that about my daughter?
I'm just going to read one of these comments. I ain't reading. There's like 100. So comment. You could point out that the boy didn't need, in quotations, to join their group as there were other incomplete groups. He wanted, in quotations, to join the one that was already complete for the sole reason that your daughter was in the group. Ask them when and, more importantly, why is want, in quotations, to be near your daughter superseded? Why is God bless America. Why is his want to be near your daughter superseding your daughter's need to feel safe from his unwanted advances and harassment? Unless you are a doormat, you already know you weren't the asshole. Now, to be very firm that you want that boy to be as far as possible from your daughter, and that you will personally sue the school and the teacher if something ever happens. OP said, "Haha, I try to teach my daughter about boundaries. It's still something I struggle with, feeling guilty about sometimes." And now we get to the update. Look, potential spam is calling me. They fucking love me, man. Potential spam and then
Political text.
bill
all the time.
collectors. Yeah.
I get at least 10 political
I get these
texts
guys
every day.
Listen, I get these guys calling. They're like, "Hey, man, you're like a month behind on your bill."
Why are you calling?
Yeah, why you calling? When does it get turned off? They're like, "Well, when you're 2 months behind." Well, guess what? I'm only 1 month behind. So how about you shut the fuck up? Shut the fuck up. I pay it when it's ready. All right? I pay it the day before.
When I got the money, I will pay it.
At the last possible moment, when the guy is out there to shut off my power, I'm like, "Whoa,
Here's the money.
I just paid it." Update. I reached out to the parents of the other 4 girls in the class who were involved, and we all coordinated to go speak to the school administration together.
Nice. Team up.
They had similar views, thinking it was inappropriate for the school to expect the girls to work with someone who they are not comfortable with, and frustrated the teacher didn't do more to deal with the issue during recess that made the girls uncomfortable to start with. I ended up asking the school if we could reschedule the meeting to a time all the families involved could make it, and we ended up meeting this afternoon along with my husband, another couple, 2 mothers, and a father, along with the teacher and principal. We all presented a united front, asking for the following. The school does training for the teachers on trauma-informed teaching methods and the dangers of expecting young women to go against their best judgments of their own boundaries to be nice, in quotations, instead of including everyone, in quotations. The kids should be allowed to respectively set boundaries and taught to respect each other's boundaries.
You know, you look a lot prettier if you smiled.
Right, yeah. What the? Get away from me.
That's exactly like the vibes that this teacher and principal are given by not just sticking up for these girls.
Here's the funniest shit, though, man. Someone will hear this, and they'll be like, yeah, okay, but keep that same energy when I don't want a black kid in my group. And I was like, this is not the same. One is a creepy kid hitting on these girls. The other person's just black. That's it. That's all they did. Like, that's all.
You don't even know if they're going to be creepy yet.
What did you do? I existed.
Yeah.
But they will say shit like that. Oh, yeah, we ain't got to include everybody. Well,
Same goes with being gay or Islamic or anything else. Like,
yeah, I don't have to have that Muslim kid over here because Muslim.
Boundaries.
I don't have to include anybody. Boundaries. Yes, I have boundaries. Well, you ain't word it like that. Well, that's the sensitive racism. I wonder if anybody's ever thought about that. Like, you know, a black guy just walks up to this like fucking just like country. And he's like, well, excuse me, sir, but I am uncomfortable in your presence solely because of the color of your skin and
Boundaries.
nothing else. Yes, and I have boundaries. Just please do not get within 6 feet of me. And then the black guy's just like, man, that's a really nice way to ask him, man.
I don't like white folks either. I wasn't planning on walking across to you.
Thanks for being up front. We went to talk, and I think it went a lot better having all the parents there instead of if I had gone alone. The teacher and principal apologized, and the principal agreed to look for resources on how. Apologize. He's reading, learning, and then
Now kiss it.
yeah, he's not alive anymore. This was in what, 2022. He agreed to look for resources on how to better navigate the balance between being inclusive and not forcing kids into including someone who is crossing a line with them. It's easy. It's relatively easy.
Well, and like this isn't the first time. Like that's the thing is
Right.
those teachers in that age range know that this happens. Like you know your new set of classmates, like when you have a new class next year, the same things are going to happen. Boys are into girls. Girls are, you know, being like harassed. You know that that's going to happen. So now you got to teach those boys how to properly, like if you show interest in a girl, there's a right way and a wrong way. If she tells you to get the fuck away, you get the fuck away.
I wonder if the whole council meeting finally wrote home to the kid that she doesn't like him though. Nah.
Persistence.
Yeah.
He already signed up for Hustler University.
He goes back to his parents. His parents are like, you just got to keep trying. You going to give up that easily, son? Well, that sounds like a quitter to me. You get out. I love the pep talks. You get out there and you sexually harass that girl.
Have you do you remember the Killing Him Softly Dave Chappelle stand up where he's like, I was watching was it Looney Tunes with his nephew?
Oh,
And
Pepe
he's-
Le Pew.
Yeah, he's like Pepe Le Pew was really like rapey.
Right. Killing him softly, so good. All right, so thanks a lot. I think I'm at the right part.
Yeah, you are.
Thanks a lot for all the amazing advice in the comments. I cannot believe how much this blew up, and I'm so grateful to everyone who replied with advice and support. And honestly, was getting pretty emotional hearing how the lessons I'm trying to teach my little one resonated with other women. Whether they're moms too or have been through some of the same struggles I have. Wow. That's so beautiful. But once again, someone will be like, oh, well, women want to have boundaries against creepy guys. They don't want to be all-inclusive. Then I ain't got to be all-inclusive. All right? That's right. It's just like when people are like, we should have prayer inside of school. And it's like, is it just Christian prayer? Or is it like, you know, can anybody pray?
Well, that's the big thing with it though, is you're allowed. Prayer is allowed in school. It just can't be led by the teacher, the administration. Like the kids are free to pray, to do whatever
Bringing
they want.
the Bible to school is like bringing a knife.
Last
Y'all got
Ounce
to
of
watch
Courage.
Last Ounce of Courage, man. It would be so funny if they're like, we're getting a bump in the radar. Like, what's happening? People are watching this movie. Last Ounce of Courage 2. That's what we got to do, man. We got to get that movie real popular just so they can make a second one.
Or we could make a second one.
There you go. Fuck, that's what I'm saying, man. If we make those movies.
Can we buy the rights to your movie?
All right. Which one are you picking?
I'm just going down the line. So I lived a double life for over a year, and no one in my life knows it. This is from True Off My Chest.
Uh-oh. True Off My Chest, man. There would be some dark ones in there.
I, 29 female, have been married to my husband, Phil, 48 male, since last year. He is incredible, and I know I didn't settle, but the way we got here is messy. I lived a double life for over a year, and literally no one in my life knows. Back in 2018, I fell hard for Phil, even with the age gap, 21 and 40. Yes, this was added by me, Mike and Dylan. Thank you, Crystal.
Thank you, Crystal.
Yeah, 21 and 40. That's an adult going after a child.
That is, yeah.
We just matched.
Well, no, it's because
She's an adult.
yeah, she's an adult,
officially
buddy.
legally
Yeah.
adult.
I didn't like financially, and then
I didn't swoon her with
maturely manipulated her into anything, bud.
I didn't get her drunk at the bar with shots of Patron.
Right.
We just matched. But back then, I was the one pushing for marriage, kids, and he just wasn't ready because of some trust issues from his 20s. And because he wanted
Motherfucker, you 40.
he wanted to be like fucking shit, I'm not gonna be able to remember his name now. The actor that loves
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah, Leonardo DiCaprio, where he just wants to trade
You
you
just
in.
had to say the actor, and then there's a young girl in here. I knew where it was going.
But he wants to be able to trade you in. He doesn't want to like get tied down to you. He wants to then go when he's 50 and get another 21-year-old and keep getting the new model.
Right.
By the time 2022 rolled around and he finally found his readiness, I wasn't anymore. I was 25, and even though we weren't living together, I felt like I had missed out on being young. Because you did.
Yeah, because old guy was like, no, come and sit in the house on a Friday night, and we're just going to watch Ozark.
Great show.
Yeah.
Fantastic
Ozark's a
show.
Monday night activity. It's not a Friday night activity.
It's a binge the fuck. Do not go to sleep. Just keep watching. All right, we took a break. We were on a break. Ross Geller. Thank you, Crystal.
We were on a break.
He asked for a chance to woo me back with bi-weekly dates, and I said fine. But at the same time, I started going out to bars, dancing, and spreading my wings. That's when I met Ryan. Ryan was a cowboy, blue-collar guy, and the complete opposite of Phil. He could cook, he could dance, and he was a smooth talker. I broke every rule I had for myself with this guy. I always said I'd never date a dad or a guy who'd been divorced, but he was both. For over a year, I was basically playing two characters. On Thursdays, I'd drive an hour and a half to go dancing with Ryan and stay out way too late on work nights. Then, every other week, I'd go on these sweet, intentional dates with Phil. Yeah, you're a bitch.
Yeah, that's fucked. Well, we don't know how, anything about Ryan. Ryan sounds like a good guy.
Yeah. I mean, for either one of these guys, though, you're playing, like, unless you said you were doing a double life. So, like, that's a shit thing to do.
Right.
Like, Ryan's interested in you. Phil's interested in you. Phil's trying to win you back, and you are totally not in a win-back state. So,
Right.
Ryan kept pushing for a label. Yep, bitch.
Ah, fuck.
So I eventually gave in and called him my boyfriend, but the more time I spent with him and his kids, who were under 8, the more the fun wore off. He was constantly yelling at them, and his discipline was just mean and over the top. The absolute final straw was finding out he had a felony for hitting one of his kids. Okay.
It's so hard, too, because she's like, I'm cheating on these two guys, and they're awful.
Both terrible guys.
This is just this is a whole...
Everybody sucks.
This is a trio of just dumpster muffins.
Can you guys go on Jerry Springer for us, and we'll just watch the chaos ensue?
Love it.
He blamed his ex. He blamed a bipolar episode, and he always blamed everyone but himself. I realized I'd ignored a mountain of red flags because I was caught up in the excitement of someone new.
He had that dick on him. He was bringing a whole lot of dick.
Save a horse, ride a cowboy.
Yeah. God, that song's fucking terrible.
It is terrible.
Jesus Christ.
We broke up at the beginning of 2024. I had made some friends through Ryan, but I had to say goodbye to all of them as well since they were a part of the Ryan double life. After that, I went back to Phil and told him he was the one. We got married in 2025, and he's been the best husband I could imagine. But man, that year was exhausting. Juggling 2 different men, 2 different lives, and keeping them separate was draining. I don't recommend it to anyone, but I'm just relieved that the double life chapter is finally over. Terrible people. All right, some notable comments. And we all know what she meant by wings, am I right? Yes. She was getting dick down multiple places.
Dick down.
I wish I could draw because now I'm picturing a woman with a human top but wings for legs. A bird maid. Sometimes life is messy and being in our 20s is hard. We learn a lot about ourselves. Considering the sub, I'm not going to judge you for what you did. I've heard this described as multitasking in Asia. It's got to be exhausting. See, I have no problem with people dating multiple people, as long as people are aware that,
Right.
you know, like you are not necessarily going to be the only one. But if they are under the impression they are the only one, you're being a douche.
I don't think Phil thought he was the only one, but Ryan definitely thought he was the only one.
I would imagine that Phil was probably thinking he was the only one.
It don't matter. I mean, she was still cheating on. We know she was like super cheating on one of them because she started calling Ryan her boyfriend. So.
Yeah.
Poor child abusing Ryan and pedophile Phil. Just that's what I'm saying. There's no one to root for in this story.
Yeah, no, that was just, I think that's
Are you done with that one?
yeah. It's just, I don't like people lying to people. Like, if you're being honest, then sure, go ahead and do whatever you're doing. But it's one of those things of if people are under the impression that it's one way and you are hiding details to keep them out of the loop, I think you're a shit.
Is doing cocaine every week normal? Should I just move on?
I mean, if you're a cocaine user, then yeah, pretty normal.
I don't know how we can. I just think that Russell's not going to be able to edit this one because it just starts off with, is doing cocaine every week normal? Maybe we can start a video off like that. We do got trigger warnings. Listeners to the Two Daddies Judging Baddies podcast.
Judging baddies.
This next story has trigger warnings.
Trigger warning.
If you are triggered by drug abuse and addiction,
Drug abuse and addiction.
manipulation,
Manipulation.
coercion,
Please do it.
controlling behavior,
Controlling behavior.
abusive relationship,
Abusive
Come on, Rich.
relationship.
gaslighting,
Gaslighting.
That's the worst one.
yeah, sexual assault. That's pretty.
It always.
It just didn't feel like we was going to get into real ones. Physical, verbal, and mental abuse. Then get the fuck off this podcast now, or you will be triggered. Sexual assault was real though. All right. Me, 25 female, and my boyfriend, 27 male, had a scary experience on a hike, and now he's holding it against me. What happened? Where's the cocaine at?
Yeah, this is a wild,
What?
wild title.
This is
to
a
then
wild
go.
start. That was a zesty start for me. That was a wild start. Real mic's coming out. A little over 2 months ago, me, 25 female, and my boyfriend, 27 male, were on a trip with 4 other couples. None of us were super experienced hikers, but we found this one hike that looked semi-easy. At first, it did seem doable. So a couple of the group members, including me, took a dose of some shrooms.
Where are they climbing, like Mount Kilimanjaro? They're
Right,
just like
just-
it's a semi.
Don't do it. Like if you are like, man, I'm gonna be in the wilderness, don't do shrooms.
Well, no, it's fine if you're like gonna like hike in and then you're just gonna camp, but like continuing the trek and the journey while on shrooms probably not advisable. Like you're not gonna be a coherent hiker.
Oh man.
But no, if you are gonna do shrooms, do them out in nature. Substantially better.
Yeah, but don't do them like on a trail where you could get lost.
Where you're going for distance.
You just zone the fuck out, and then you're just like, where?
This
Oh my
cliff.
God.
This cliff is.
And it just walked in that direction for an hour. All of the hiking ones, like where they're out in the wilderness, it's always so frustrating because they'll be like, they found her body 100 feet from where she got lost at. I'm like, how? Was no one like, hey, somebody out here?
Well, it depends on if you're with a crew.
All right. About an hour and a half into the hike, we slowly started realizing how hard it was going to be. Then, 2 of the guys in our group were going off the beaten path and climbing these rock walls. This hike was... Who is that couple right there? Oh, that's Bear Grylls and his wife. They're fucking climbing the rock wall, drinking their own piss and shit.
They ate a lot of shrooms, though.
Yeah. It's still easy. This hike was literally vertical, so if a rock fell or anything, it would fall onto the people below. It was making me super anxious seeing them do this. Then, one of the guys ended up dislodging a big-ass rock, and it fell down from very high up. Luckily, it didn't hit anyone, but after that, I literally checked out. It was done. My fight or flight kicked in, and I just told my boyfriend I was going back. My boyfriend at first being understanding. That's the sentence. I just told him I needed space and I was tripping already, and that just wigged me out super bad. When we got to the bottom of the mountain, he told me that he was going to tell their group I was having a hard time. I asked him, please don't do that. I didn't really know these people at all. They were also the type of people that would say I overreacted and I hate causing scenes.
I feel like everybody should be on the same page if you're doing psychedelics, though. Like, if somebody's having a bad time, we all like come together and try to make sure that that person's having a good time rather than a bad time. So they should not be judgmental. They should be understanding.
Holy fucking book.
Is it a long one?
Oh my God. Scroll down.
Days.
Scroll down, yeah.
Days.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, shit. I thought it was done.
Yeah.
I had to scroll more. Sounds like it's a pretty good story, but a lot of it's comments, so we can skip by a lot of that stuff.
Yeah, fuck that. Their comments ain't better than mine. So I got kind of quiet on the drive home. I really just needed to be alone and have space, but I was literally trapped. It honestly was one of the worst experiences I have ever had. When we got back to the house, I was chilling. I helped everybody cook dinner, and things weren't tense. Then my boyfriend pulled me into the room, and he basically said I needed to talk to people involved about my feelings. This is something he knows I struggle with. It is so hard for me to express myself. I told him I was nervous, and then he just said he didn't know if he could be with me unless I did this. What? But why? Why
I
that
gotta
random?
break up with you. Gotta break
If
up
you can't
with you.
tell people that you're scared, I can't be with you. That's my
That's my boundary.
That's my boundary right there. Yeah. Right. That and muzzle people. That's my boundary. I ended up apologizing to everyone involved and said I was sorry for shutting down, and that's how I deal with my anxiety sometimes. They were all very understanding, and we left on a good note. Well, ever since we've been back in town, he refused to hang out with those same people with me. He says I'm so awkward, and I embarrassed him on the trip, and he's so scared I'm going to act that way again. I think it was a unique situation, and it was really scary. How do I talk to him about this? I get what I did was probably immature, but does it warrant me being exiled from hangouts?
You're on drugs. That's not immature.
Where's the cocaine at?
Where's the cocaine?
Where's the cocaine? All right, so later edits added by OP to the main post. My boyfriend also did shrooms. We took a microdose.
Oh, come on.
Oh, yeah,
Come
shut
on,
the
guys.
fuck up then.
Like, unless you ate a fistful of them, like, what are you doing?
I was like, we ate one. Okay, so nothing?
You felt a little, like, tingle?
Nothing.
Like,
That's nothing. It wasn't anything more than I ever normally took. I suffer from anxiety and have had intense panic attacks before. You just fight through it.
microdoses are supposed to help you with anxiety.
Just some background. I've been microdosing for a while, and normally I'm okay. But for some reason, the effects were super strong this day, and my anxiety was through the roof. I wasn't expecting that at all. Pretty much the whole group took some shrooms as well, and it made me even more anxious that no one else was affected by what happened on the trail. It's just like a rock falling down. It's like, oh fuck, you see that rock over there falling down?
Like a
And then,
gigantic one, though,
like someone's
is
like
what
real
she
freaked
said.
out about. Oh, I guess. I felt alone and isolated in my feelings, so the last thing I wanted to do was speak out and potentially piss someone off and ruin the trip. So I just stayed quiet and tried calming down on my own, and it ended up being fine. I know what I did was reckless, and I realized that on the trail. That's why I left, and maybe I should have said something, but I was just so done at that point. Okay, he says he ended up telling the group when we got down the mountain about how upset and anxious I was, even though I asked him not to. Apparently, the group was understanding. However, no one ever talked to me about it or ever apologized. What the fuck they got to apologize for?
Like, the boyfriend should apologize because you asked him specifically not to. But it sounds like the group was completely fine, so there's nothing to apologize for at all.
Yeah, sorry you got scared by a rock, bitch. Like, what the fuck do you want me to say? Then, when we got back to the house, he literally told me I needed to tell them myself how I felt and apologize for how I acted, or else he didn't know if he could be with me. And I gave in and told them. We were all chill. I love that. That keeps getting thrown in there. And we were just chilling. But now he's continuing to use this against me and says I embarrassed him, and that's why he can never hang out with people while I'm around, and that I'm such an awkward person. Where?
Only the ending part should matter. If you're too awkward to be around, then that's something that you guys in your relationship. But the rest of it, like, and I'm sorry, but like a microdose? A microdose is what you guys are talking about as a mushroom trip on a hike. No. Yeah, where's the cocaine at?
It's 2 hours after the initial post about our boyfriend. Is doing cocaine every week normal? Should I just move on? My boyfriend, 27 male, and me, 25 female, have been together for over 2 years. He's always been into coke. I'm not sure how often he would really do it, but about a year ago, he offered me some. I never tried it, and after that, things kind of spiraled. We were doing coke almost every week, if not multiple times. I got really scared and basically told him after 6 months that I can't do it anymore. It was affecting me mentally and physically. Well, a couple of months ago, he started saying things like I'm controlling and won't let him have fun or let loose anymore by saying I won't allow coke in the house. I eventually gave in and said if it was just once a month, I would be okay with it. You hear that, wife? Once a month, it should be fine.
Told you those were the rules.
A little recreational drug use isn't bad in my opinion. Well, it started to get more frequent, and now it's turned into at least once a week again. The last time we did it together, I had a breakdown the next day and told him I can't do it anymore. Funny how it's the next day when all my coke's gone. That I'm worried about myself and I don't want my life to go down this dark path. I feel like I'm being very self-destructive. He responded by saying I'm overreacting and that I shouldn't be so hard on myself. I literally wasted all of the days I had off work and canceled plans with friends because I stayed up all night and felt like shit. I am just so tired of feeling this way. When I explained all of that, the first thing he said was, well, when can I do it again? I just got a check, so I have money for it. I was so hurt because I literally just poured my heart out to him, and all he cared about was when he could do it again. So, Reddit, is doing coke this often normal? Should I break things off with him? It's just like, you're at work. What are you going to do this weekend, Rick? I'm just probably going to bang a couple lines out and then fucking, get a hooker. And the boss comes by and was like, that's what I'm doing. Like, it's just super normal.
Well, some people have houses and cars, and some people have cocaine habits.
That's what I'm saying. Like, why can't I have both?
To each their own.
Yeah.
It's wild that was posted 2 hours. Like, okay, you got this mushroom problem, and then now it's like, is doing cocaine every day normal? Like, you didn't mention anything about the coke on the hike. I guarantee they probably did some coke on the hike too.
Oh, fuck yeah.
That's why they weren't full of anxiety, and you were.
That's why they were like, oh, we're going to go off this fucking path, climb this rock right here. Yeah. Fucking jaw jacking, just like, we're running up this fucking mountain. We are ready. Woo!
We're going to make this mountain our bitch.
We're going to make it our bitch, yeah. God, does anybody else want to jack off for 6 hours? Like, this is her next post the day after. Should I hang out / keep in contact with my ex? This is the greatest shit ever, dude. I wish I would have went through all those comments up top.
So really, technically, I know this one's long, but technically it's 3 different stories.
It is, yeah. It's 3 different stories. I just broke up with my boyfriend of 2 years. So much was wrong. The major issues is he was a recovering alcoholic who was treating me as his sponsor.
Where'd
alcohol come from?
We had mushrooms in the first one, then we had cocaine in the second one. Now we're on to alcohol.
Are you a recovering alcoholic if you're still doing cocaine, though? Like, I don't think you could be like...
Alcohol's not a problem
look
anymore.
Look at my little... Look, into 1 year sober. I was like, that's good, man. He just starts fucking... I was like, what are you doing? He was like, about to do a line of coke. What the fuck? What does it look like I'm doing? But you said you were sober.
I got some
From
Oxycontin
alcohol. Yes, that was the problem. Destroying my life.
I've got some oxys over here. You want to do some?
Sure. Whatever. The major issues is that he was a recovering alcoholic who was treating me as his sponsor and had been bringing up if I could make exceptions for him to drink. He uses cocaine weekly, and he's physically abused me multiple times. We get more with every sentence, and I'm not laughing at somebody being physically abused, but her priorities of how it's like, all right, so top of the list, scary rock, and he wanted me to apologize. Not so bad, just kind of like I'm nitpicking now. Cocaine, okay?
Daily.
Also recovering alcoholic. And then, just like he punches me sometimes.
Hits me every once in a while.
Every once in a while. Jesus Christ. The order of operations that she...
like physical abuse should probably be top of the list. And then...
Can overlook that.
And then really, mushroom trip, hike, probably bottom of the list.
He's physically abused me multiple times. He would make comments about my weight, verbally and mentally abusive. He also told me he sexually assaulted a girl at a party years ago by fingering her while she was passed out.
What the fuck?
Once again, your priorities and why you don't like this guy is fucked. It's not. I feel like Reddit is fingering a girl while she passed out a reason to like fucking never talk to this guy again. Yes.
And he told you that a long time ago. Like, this was not new news. Like, this is news that you knew about, and that should have been like, hey, I have boundaries. Doing that is one of them. No longer together.
But wait a second. That's not even half of why things had to end. Like, oh, yeah, fuck that shit. But I'm still here questioning myself. I'm a smart girl. I have my bachelor's, a steady career. I told you, man, colleges, man, they're just like
Self-identifying as a smart girl.
I make a good income. I'm attractive. He only had a job in the last 4 months of us dating. He never contributed to rent. He didn't even have a car. I don't know why I keep feeling like I was the one who wasn't good enough. I always felt like I had to prove myself. That's the dick, though.
No, it's his manipulator.
Well,
like
yeah,
he's a fucking narcissist.
Yeah, she's probably real young. He's probably real old. I was pretty set on not seeing him ever again. But when I saw him tonight, he brought up how maybe we could go on hikes and stuff here and there. As we were parting ways, I got super emotional and started second guessing myself. I asked if he wanted to hang out tonight, and he looked disgusted with me. He said, I'm so confusing, and I need to figure myself out. He then probably left to finger another passed out girl. What the fuck is she's just like, oh, God. He's like, now we add like rapist onto it.
25 and 27, so they're in the same range.
Okay.
But still.
I feel terrible. I'm confused. I love him to death. He knows me inside and out. I literally feel like a piece of me is missing. I respected what he said and left. Now he's saying if more time passes, then we could see each other. I even told him I haven't been eating at all because I'm so sad and stressed. He responded by saying that was a good thing because I'll lose weight. I did not make that up. I did not make that up. Okay, might make some shit. I did not make that up. Okay. Should I hang out with him again or bad idea? Editor's note, OP made no replies on either post and stopped posting entirely afterwards because she got murdered, but did respond to a comment on her earlier post 3 hours before after making the breakup post attached below. Comments on both posts were strongly against her contacting her ex again and advised her to go no contact. Comment 1. If the group was understanding when your boyfriend talked to them, it seemed like he is the only one with an issue with you. They didn't reach out because they were probably giving you space. It doesn't really seem like they're the ones to be mad at. OP, exactly. I just think he used it as a learning experience for me to confront them with my feelings, which I wasn't comfortable with doing, but I did it anyways because he was threatening to leave me if I didn't. That was
a roller coaster.
That was the greatest. I think that was one of the best ones we've ever done on here. That was so fun. Her priorities on, like her red flags are different than everybody else's.
Well, yeah, especially because the direct comment was, that's not even half of why things had to end. That seems like a big fucking portion. Like, if you did not list the other half, what the hell else did he do?
Yeah, I mean, he'll bring a dead raccoon in the house and then he'll wear it on his penis, and like every time I come around a corner, it's just like, rah, there's a raccoon.
And then, sometimes when he's real high on coke, he breaks out his gun and like sticks it to my head, and it's just like,
Is today the day, bitch? Is today the day? Tell me today's the day. I want today to be the day.
It gets real awkward for a little bit, and then.
But I don't really care about that. So yesterday he looked at me weird, and I was just like, oh, maybe there's something.
I asked him, "Do you even really love me?"
He said, kind of. And I'm like, I just don't know where to go with this.
Jesus, that was such a wild ride.
About to spit out my drink.
Thank you so much, Crystal. That was a doozy.
Phenomenal.
Fantastic.
Insert Homelander perfect meme.
All right. We're on to the next one, which is, am I the asshole? We love these ones. Am I the asshole for telling my stepdaughter to stop using period products in the bathroom she shares with my teenage sons?
Yeah.
Stop having your period in the bathroom that you share with everybody. Ew.
Just stop having your period,
Yeah.
okay? Because it's nasty and it scares me.
Mind over matter.
I'm scared of this. I'm a warrior. I'm sorry.
I've been living with my new wife and stepdaughter for about 6 months now. She's 19, almost 20, and I have 3 sons aged 18, 16, and 15. She's a really good kid, and she's a good influence on my sons. I really enjoy having her around. My wife and her daughter moved into my house and sold theirs. My stepdaughter's father isn't present in their life, nor is my son's mother. All 4 children share a bathroom.
Don't really know how any of that information was pertinent. Get on with it, old man.
Period.
Yeah.
My sons have never lived for a long period of time with a woman, nor have any of them had long-term girlfriends.
He raises a bunch of Gabes.
Losers.
Yeah, fucking dorks.
Yeah, they're 18, 16, and 15.
Like it's just there's wet pads in there, Dad. Like it's nasty. Like it's disgusting. And then meanwhile, he has like doo-doo crusted on his ass.
Hides his underwear in his behind his dresser.
Fuck yeah, just a fucking weirdo.
All right. My eldest son, 18, came to me last week and told me that his stepsister disposes of her used sanitary products in the trash can they all share, but doesn't use toilet roll or sandwich bag. Sandwich bags?
How's a sandwich bag going to disguise what it is? It's
You
clear.
still see through it.
It's clear. Like that's like fuck. Did you get the license plate? It's like no. There was a window there and it was blocking my view of it. Like what? Yeah, fucking the window. Look, the car was there. The window's here. What doesn't? It's clear. I can't see through it.
Doesn't use toilet roll or sandwich bags to disguise what they are, and it makes him uncomfortable, which I think is reasonable. My sons are teenage boys and don't want to see their stepsister's period products on full display. Oh, jeez.
I see. He's raising a pack of boys that ain't gonna eat pussy. I can tell you that right now.
It's just wild. Like, why? Why is this a thing? Like, you should talk to your boys. That should be the talk you're having, not
20 years from now, they're all gonna be sitting at a table talking about how all women are bitches and shit like that because they can't hold one down. And
what do they call them? Foids or
yeah, foids. Sad.
they just need a nice guy. A few nights ago, I went into the kitchen to grab a snack, and she was there doing some work for university. My wife had mentioned that she knew she was on her period, so I took it as an opportunity to have a word with her. I told her my sons were uncomfortable and asked her if she'd mind putting her used products in diaper bags or flushing them down the toilet. No, you fucking idiot. You're a fucking idiot. You don't flush any of that shit down the toilet.
Bye-bye septic tank.
You idiot. Or the whole fucking infrastructure in your house.
Just don't. Yeah, I mean, what a fucking moron, dude. Who did not teach their, I mean, I guess because I have a daughter, you know what I'm saying? I'll be like chilling in the bedroom and Oliver will bust in and he'll be like, Lithy need pads. Because she'll just be like, Dad, I need pads. But if Oliver hears it, he'll go grab them. So, chat of a dude.
Yeah, it's a thing that exists.
I don't
all
understand
throughout life.
what I don't get, though, is if they're in one bathroom, why don't y'all use the bathroom that the pads are in instead of going to the other bathroom? And now we got to go on a mission to grab the pads from the other bathroom to bring it there. Why can't we separate the box half in both bathrooms? Why are we not trying to figure out this problem?
No. Your problem. Get your ass up and deliver. She laughed and told me it was rich coming from a man who sheds like a gorilla. Nice. And has produced 3 skid-marking sons. You called
I told
it.
you. I'm Nostradamus.
Which I thought was an unnecessary attack.
No, very super. In the words of Jorge Masvidal, super necessary.
They can't help that they don't know how to wipe. They're still trying to figure that out.
Right, yeah. But subjecting them to seeing
2 wipes max. You don't want to touch your butthole that much. Otherwise,
maybe a
you
little
might
bit
be
of
gay.
red, like, what a goof.
You just got to step on my jokes.
What did you say? I'm sorry.
I said 2 wipe max. Otherwise, you're going to turn out to be gay. And
Oh, yeah.
Right as I was delivering the punchline of it, you're just like, nope.
I think that was better than mine too, because yeah, I guess the sensation 3 times. You seem like you like it now.
You might be doing it just for the pleasure. I've been nothing but nice to the girl, and it's hardly a comparison. My sons shouldn't be subjected to her unhygienic products. No, they're hygiene products, bro. Like that's what the name of them are.
What? Yeah.
If it makes them uncomfortable. She went on to lecture me about how tampons can't be flushed and that it's bad for the environment if she uses diaper bags for every one, which I think is just an excuse. I called her a scruff and told her this was my house and that what I say goes. Flush those damn things down the toilet.
Look here, see? Look here. You're a scruff. What I say in my house goes.
I just think it's so funny, though, that he's like, 3 skid marking sons is an unnecessary attack.
No, that's women do not choose to have periods. You can wipe your ass. If you're like, man, my biggest problem in life is that I keep having doo-doo stains in my underwear. That's fixable, dude. That's wipe better.
Take a shower after you poop. There's a million.
I assume they're pretty hefty boys, too.
Yeah, she called him sheds like a gorilla, so he's a big hairy. I later asked my wife if she could have a word with her, and she told me I was being ridiculous and that her daughter has had her period for 10 years and knows what she's doing. When I told her it was making my sons uncomfortable, she said my sons needed to get a grip and turned over and went to sleep. You asked your wife this in the middle of like going to bed? This is a genuine issue to me, and she didn't care enough to have a discussion about it. I asked my stepdaughter again in the morning, and she did the same as her mother, completely dismissed it. Both of them have told me to stop being so silly, but I don't see how I'm being unreasonable when it makes my sons uncomfortable. Am I the asshole? We have an update. Not even 2 hours after I posted this, my wife and stepdaughter gathered my sons and I and gave us a full intensive periods for pricks course, PowerPoint and all. It was a hoot. They made an interactive quiz and everything. My sons and I learned a lot and apologized to my stepdaughter. Okay, thank you.
So what I think happened is he was just like, oh, I'm going to change how I feel. I don't think the PowerPoint and everything happened. I think it was just a whole bunch of Redditors going,
You're
bro,
an idiot.
I can't wait till she divorces you. Like, what a fucking moron. And then he got scared, so he was just like...
Have you ever seen a pussy, or did you guys do it like where you just pulled your penis out through your underwear?
Yeah, it's back to God, dog. God can't see the penetration. If God sees the penetration, it's a sin. But that's why they do it missionary, back to God. All he sees is the butt. That's why the butt is PG-13, okay? It's God's rating.
Well, unless you see the hole, then it's probably... If you could see the...
You should not see the hole.
I mean, if you did, though, that's what I'm saying. Like the butt, the exterior of the butt, you're fine.
She got some long arms. She just comes behind, spread your cheeks.
Spread cheeks.
I do not like this. And then she's like, yeah, I don't like it either.
So wild that there's men out there like that. Like, you never existed in this world with... Like, I mean, I had
a mom?
I had a sister and a mom, and so, like, I knew enough that it's never been gross that's happened. Like, it just
Right.
is. It is a thing, and so it's not gross.
Right.
It's just like everybody poops.
Why am I getting all the trigger warnings?
Because you're a triggered guy.
Am I the asshole for not wanting to give my DNA in order to try and reconcile with my brother? What? Trigger warnings are infidelity, violence, emotional manipulation. Oh my God, that one's fucked. I don't even know how I can say that. Are you on the same story?
Emotional manipulation.
Do you think I should read that last one? I mean, that's rough.
I mean, I think our audience is adult enough that they can handle the last
All right,
one.
guys. This is trigger warning is favoritism. If you get triggered by favoritism, I mean, who doesn't? Who does that? Just I don't even know if we should read this. Might be
too harsh.
Might be too harsh. Why do I keep picking out the Bibles, man? Jesus.
Most of it's.
I, 35 male, spoke directly to my brother James, 37 male, for the first time in over 15 years. It was completely my fault. I was jealous and insecure young man who made a selfish choice with no regard to the long-term consequences. What did I do? I hooked up with Alice, 37 female, who was dating my brother at the time. We did it once, and one of the main reasons why it was only once was because we got caught.
Otherwise, I would have been tearing it down for months.
Yeah. He's like, that's the only reason we did it once, because it wasn't because I sucked. It's because we got caught. They found us.
Can you lift your mic up to your mouth?
Sorry. Fucker.
Just bring it up towards your mouth.
Right there's good.
Well, you're always yelling over it, and so it's always on my camera when you're talking because you're yelling.
Yeah, I want to less off me and more on you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we got to sell the product, bud. You put the good beats in the front row, right? Yeah, you put the bad beats in the back. There you go. That's how you sell. Marketing 101, bud.
God, I just need to learn.
That's right. James was rightfully upset and understandably had an aggressive response. I could have put him in jail, but guilt and what he do, whoop your ass? I could have put him in jail, but guilt and our parents' pressure kept me from actually going through with it. I was kicked out and scolded by the family, both extended and immediate, and James cut me out of my life. Over the years, I was able to regain some form of communication with my parents and younger sister, but James wanted nothing to do with me. I spent years trying to figure out why I did what I did, and I got therapy. I made a new life for myself while traveling, getting a college-level education, and starting my own small but successful business. I tried the whole romance thing, but have since decided that long-term companionship just wasn't for me. and discovered my lack of desire to be a father. I did end up getting the snip, and in 2021, I entered an exclusive arrangement with a friend, Tanya. Tanya. And she ended up getting pregnant. Turns out the damn thing that I got clipped grew back, and now I have a beautiful daughter, Emily, 4 female with Tanya. We live about 10 minutes away from each other and have an amazing co-parenting relationship. My parents are aware of Emily and have met her a few times, but have always kept their distance because of James. My sister, on the other hand, has made herself quite familiar with my daughter, and they do have a relationship. I gave up years ago about ever seeing/speaking to James again, so I was surprised when he reached out to me on social media. He asked if Emily was really mine since she was biracial and looked more like her mother. Tanya is African-American, and I didn't respond. I like how that Tanya is African-American, and I didn't respond. My parents later reached out to me and asked me to come see them at their house. I came. I was surprised to see both James and Alice were there waiting for me. Turns out, after a while, they made up and they got married and agreed to just never talk about me. Why?
It was one time. You guys fucked one time.
Yeah. But no, why'd he marry Alice? Why'd he marry... She slept with your brother.
I mean, it's dumb, but... And they were kids, though, weren't they?
What do you mean?
Like, they were teenagers at the time. Like, it wasn't... When they had sex back in the day...
No, she was 37.
Well, they are 37.
Oh,
they haven't spoken 15 years, so that puts him at 20. Okay, so it's 20, and she was 22.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can't teach an old dog new tricks. However, for the past few years, they've been trying to have kids, and it turns out that James can't have biological kids. Don't know all the details, and I didn't ask. Alice and James have fought over this for a while, as Alice wants a big child of her own. What?
Bio.
Okay. That look like big child of her own.
Are they going to try and
That's
get
what I
him
think. Yeah. I think they want a splooge.
Just impregnate her, Daddy.
Yeah, direct deposit. Alice wants a bio child of her own, but James refuses to claim and raise a kid that's not related to him. I think this is infinitely worse.
You guys already fucked once. What's one more time? Or 10.
Yeah. Well, we got to keep trying.
I did get another vasectomy, but I'll try like hell. I promise.
My brother told me that he's willing to finally forgive me and accept me back into his life if I make a donation to help him start a family. My parents were completely on board with this idea and really want... Oh, man. I'm just so glad I don't talk to my family. So glad. And really want me to do this while I'm hesitant. And it's true that I won't be responsible for any potential child that may come of this, but it just feels too weird about the situation. And honestly, I've learned some things about that kind of adults that James and Alice grew to be, and I don't think they make good parents. It's kind of judgy right here. Kind of judgy. Edit to add. I've been viewing the comments, and I just want to clarify some things. 1, I don't fault my parents for kicking me out, as I did do pretty shitty things and just stayed with a friend. 2, my sister was still dependent on our parents at the time. I hooked up with Alice, so I don't fault her for keeping her distance. 3, anytime someone labels shit off, 1, it just, there's this video of
aggressiveness.
There's these 2 girls. I never did that. He's in the room waiting for me. That's my husband back there.
3,
just always reminds me of that. 3, yes, my sister knew about James and Alice. However, she didn't tell me because I made it clear outside of James dying I didn't want to hear anything from him. Communication on my end was never closed, and if my brother wanted me to know what was going on in his life, he'd let me know. 4, when you hurt someone, you can't decide they should get over it or how to cope. I agree that James' willingness to forgive Alice, but not me, is a bit strange, but it's not my place to demand he forgive me too. 5, it took us a while to realize there was a bit of a golden child syndrome situation with my parents and my brother. He was the first son and excelled in academy while I struggled, and my parents were ashamed that I needed help and got in more trouble than James did. I internalized my insecurities, and me being with Alice was a way of how I lashed out. Not an excuse, just an explanation. God, fuck, I can't wait till this is over because I already started it. 6, my brother was the wrong party, not me, so it made sense for our parents to prioritize him. I also think he resents that I'm able to pass along the family name while he can't and is making my parents choose. 7, They have seen and interacted with my daughter. They even got her gifts, but I don't think they do anymore because they don't want to hurt James. Hope this helps.
Oh, nope, there's an edit to add too.
No, but it's not listed. As long as it's not listed, I don't have to keep going and doing that. So edit to add number 2. Yes, I did apologize to my brother in the form of a letter 3 years ago after the fact.
3 years.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, 3 years and a letter.
Yeah.
After the fact, at the suggestion of my therapist. Nice, good. It's your therapist's idea. Nice. I wonder if he put that in the letter. Gave it to my mom and asked her to pass it along to my brother. I don't know if he ever read it. I was also I was no contact with both of my parents for that first year after I was kicked out, and then went to LC with my mom and VLC with my dad. Was that low contact and virtually low contact?
Very low contact.
Very low contact. I'm regular contact with my sister. James gave me a broken nose. He just did it outside, and the neighbors called the police. By the time they arrived, our dad had already separated us, and I got some ice while James went off to cool off at a friend's house. Relevant comments. Commenter 1, not the asshole. My brother told me that he's willing to finally forgive me and accept me back into his life if I make a donation to help him start a family. This is so slimy and transactional. Listen to your gut, OP. Do not do this. James is an asshole. Alice cheated on him, but he forgives her. He kicked you out of his life and coerces his parents to be low contact with you as well. Now he's trying to coerce you into giving him a child. Fuck that. Don't do it. Instead, ask why don't your dad do the donation? After all, he'd be helping his favorite and selfish son to start a family since sperm banks aren't good enough for James.
See, I disagree with that commenter. Like, your sibling should have more respect for you than to fuck your girlfriend. Like,
right.
And not that you should take the girlfriend back, but like, technically the girlfriend owes you less than your brother does.
Literally bros before hoes, dog.
Yeah.
That's it. And then, wow. I mean,
I just love the donation thing because all I think is like, well, you guys already fucked once. Just do it some more.
Yeah. I like, did you explore this? Like, how would this work?
Yeah.
Okay? Well, he's like, well, yeah, I mean, y'all already did it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like, are we doing turkey baster or are we just going direct deposit? Because the only way I'm doing this is direct deposit.
That's it. Update. Hey, everyone. It's been a while, and for those that are still interested in an update, I decided to post one when I had the time. For those who are new, the link to the original will be below. I hate when we reach it like that. First things first, I ultimately decided that what?
First things first. We're gonna do the first thing first. Oh,
Yeah.
Good, because that's the order that we do
That
it.
is, yeah. Second thing first.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Why are we doing that?
Third thing second. Fifth thing actually third. Seventh thing fourth.
Okay, now that we got it.
Yes,
we got the
and so
plan.
it goes second,
Second.
third, first, fourth. I fucked it up. I ultimately decided, well, first things first, I ultimately decided that I wasn't going to give my brother and wife my swimmers. I asked them and my parents to respect my decision, but I knew that wasn't going to happen. As predicted, they hit me with the following.
How could you be so selfish?
It's just DNA.
After what you did, you owe him.
What I didn't predict was the answer I got as to why James decided to forgive Alice, but not me. Turns out, James cheated first, twice. One of the women was someone Alice had a Mean Girls rivalry type of relationship with, a girl who was all too happy to throw it in Alice's face at a public event that she slept with her boyfriend. Alice, look, I should be reading this in it. Alice forgave James the first time, but when he slept with her enemy, she made a conscientious effort to get revenge by sleeping with me. So you're a victim.
Yes.
You're the victim. I said before, but I had my own issues by the way my parents raised me and resented James over. So when a pretty girl flung herself at me, I didn't give it too much thought. James caught us because Alice had planned for him too. Damn it. So you got a broken nose because of this bitch?
And lost your brother, like technically, like specifically lost your brother because of Alice.
Because of this bitch. Yeah, she tore her family apart. Home wrecking bitch. Keep seeing your balls.
Like how soon in this sexual, like, did you just like penetrate and then
That
all of a
was
sudden
real suck. Like he didn't get to come.
he's just like, oh, and
He's
then
like,
got
oh
it in.
God, this is the greatest. And then just getting broken
Punched in the
nose.
face.
That's the worst. It's the worst. That'd be like, hey, you want some cake? And you pull out this nice, delicious cake, and it's like, yeah, take a bite. You know, you get a little bite of it.
You touches your tongue.
Yeah, and then bam, right in the nose. James caught us because Alice had planned for him too. They did break up, however, and after a while, they realized that they still felt something for each other and agreed to just never talk about me. James knew that the only way to keep that arrangement was with our parents, or was if our parents kept as little contact with me as possible. So he guilt tripped them into complying, which is why I was always kept at arm's length. Not gonna lie, a part of me was pretty pissed off at that, and I confronted them about it. And my parents were right that I didn't have to take Alice's bait.
Yes, you do. You're a fucking 20-year-old dude. Like,
I mean, it's still your brother's girl though,
and
he doesn't know.
It is. But you're a 20-year-old. Your brain is not anywhere close to being fully developed
Right.
yet. And a pretty girl that is around you all of a sudden is like, well, let's just do it real quick. Hard times for being a 20-year-old dude.
I just didn't like how James, Alice, and I all did selfish and hurtful things, yet I was the only one who suffered the consequences. This is true. My parents think Alice and James not being able to have a child is a consequence. Jesus Christ. That's God punishing you, literally. God, that's God. Yeah, that's right there. You can't produce your seed's all dead because God.
They must just have a happy, healthy relationship, though. They must just be like so close now after multiple cheating episodes and fucking the brother.
I'm gonna tell you right now, this is the type of family that for Easter they go and hide boiled eggs in the morning, find them at noon, eat them during the afternoon.
Yeah.
That's this family. I still refuse and admitted that I think that they'd make terrible parents. I won't go into too much detail because the rules, but we're American, so draw from that what you will. I won't go into much detail because the rules, but we're American.
Probably just for whatever Reddit they're posting in.
My sister is the only one who's been on my side and called out Alice and James on their crap. There's always been a small part of me that wished I could have or could be forgiven by my parents and go on holidays again. But after all this time, I feel like I'm going to be okay going low contact. Commenter, that's seriously messed up. And your parents are going along with it makes it even worse. Keep your distance and keep hard boundaries. Don't get sucked back into this crap. OP says, James is the golden child. Commenter 2, in my opinion, all three of you are guilty for bad behavior, but Alice is the real villain. Yes, unquestionable, Alice is the real villain. She made a concentrated effort to screw you over. She's not a good person. She could have found anyone but his brother. Shake my head. As for the parents, they can kick rocks. OP says, given that my brother cheated on her twice and once was with a girl she hated who made it a point to use the info to embarrass her in public, I can understand why Alice would want to be vindictive, but I wouldn't say she was worse than James or me. We all did messed up and hurtful things. Honestly, the dude that banged his brother's girl is the most reasonable, level-headed person out of all this.
Well, the thing is James picked somebody that was an enemy of his girl to fuck. Like, that was as mean and vindictive as her picking the brother to fuck. Like,
Right.
They're both terrible people. And yeah, the guy that got fucked lost his family. He is straight up a victim in this. He fucked up. Shouldn't have fucked his brother's girl, but he's a victim.
That's
Favoritism, though.
a great story,
It
though.
triggered me. The favoritism definitely triggered me.
It's hard. It's hard when you hear favorite and then tism together, and you know that somebody has been prioritized over someone else.
A golden child.
Gets me every
some would
time.
say. All right, so we're gonna go to.
Before we get into this next story, I do want to remind people about the $100 Labor Llama giveaway. To enter in to win $100 of Labor Llama, all you got to do, this is Spotify only, follow the podcast, comment down. The keyword is Mike's Love Handles.
And rate the podcast.
And rate the podcast. That's it. Bam. Had to get that out there before he goes into this next one. Also, if you would like bonus episodes of this and to be able to help out the podcast, you can go to patreon.com/Mike and Dylan and get bonus episodes that also help out the podcast.
And if you are a listener of the Mike and Dylan Hate Drama, this week we are going live on Thursday for the bonus episode.
Right. But everybody on Patreon will get that either. Anyways, right?
Yeah, everybody on Patreon.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I'm just saying, if you're a listener, then on Patreon, we're going to live show.
That's how we're doing for the Mike and Dylan. It's the most genius idea Dylan's had. Not really a lot of them. I'm usually the idea guy.
Usually bad ideas coming from this side of the table.
Yeah, the great ideas over here.
All right, so am I the asshole? My maid of honor is my sister's former bully.
No, we already read that one.
Yeah, okay. So I don't know what episode that was, but if you wanted to listen to it, it is over. I guess we picked this one around the same time that...
Wasn't it last week?
Yeah.
It was last week's.
All right, so am I the asshole for selling my Nintendo Switch plus edits updates?
Wait. All right, let's see if he's the asshole for selling his Nintendo Switch.
Am I the asshole for selling my Nintendo Switch? I, 22 male, and my fiance, 23 female, got an apartment a few months ago. So far, everything has been okay. We were struggling to pay rent, but we have been able to manage to pay all of our bills. We do live paycheck to paycheck, despite us both working nearly 40 hours a week, part-timers. So last year, when the new Nintendo Switch OLED came out, I bought myself one. I don't use it anymore, but my fiance plays it nearly every single day. I didn't care because my mom had gotten me a PS5 as a housewarming gift. I usually play on that when I have spare time. Since September is coming up, I realized I was about $200 short on my part of the rent. I was short because I ended up splurging a little too much on food. I couldn't think of a way of making the $200 before next week until I realized my old Switch I never played.
But his girlfriend does. Well, you didn't look at that PS5?
No, that's important. The Switch can go. I took it and a few games and sold it to GameStop. I had gotten the $200 I needed for rent plus a few extra to get me and my fiance some dinner. You guys like fancy poop.
Right. What the fuck is this? He's like, I splurged on some food, so I was $200 short.
So I took my fiance's game and sold it. Later that night, when my fiance got home from work, she went into the bedroom to shower. Should be in the bathroom.
Right. Wow. Y'all got a shower in the bedroom?
I mean, maybe they live in like a tropical area where the shower's like it's all part of it. And you just shower outside.
Pool house. Like.
After that, we ate some dinner. After we ate, she asked where the Switch was because she couldn't find it. I told her what I had done, and she stopped eating. Are you fucking serious? She asked me. I told her, yeah, I did it because I needed it for us to be able to pay rent. She had a confused and hurt look on her face. She pointed to my PS5 in the living room and said, so if I cannot make my part of rent, I should sell that? And I said, no, that was a gift from my mom. The Switch is mine.
I'm so angry right now.
I bought it myself, so it wasn't yours to begin with. I can sell my stuff when I want. What are you angry about?
This dude.
What about it?
He can't sell the PS5, but he can sell her thing because
Well, it's his thing.
he got to make. But he doesn't play it.
Yeah, but it was his thing, though. Like,
No, don't play semantics. Don't play semantics. Like she came up with her part of the rent. You know what I'm saying? And he went out and was like, "I've been buying all this food and stuff. $200 worth of food."
Yeah, I think he should have run it by her.
He DoorDashed twice.
That's the craziest thing. I don't understand how people do it. Like, my wife will. I guess Chick-fil-A gets her because they'll give free delivery for some of her stuff. But I'm like, why are you spending twice the meal amount to get food delivered? Like,
how do you feel good about eating a $25 sandwich?
Yes.
I couldn't do it.
After I said this, she got up from the table without finishing her dinner and went into the bedroom. I thought I heard crying, but I couldn't tell. You knew that bitch was crying.
Right. Well, what the fuck? I thought I heard crying, but could have been anything. Also, the startup on the PlayStation is really loud, so I couldn't get real good.
You know, you can turn that off.
Really? That's crazy.
You can turn the beep off so that your wife and or other kids don't know that the PlayStation is being turned on.
My wife doesn't automatically think of a task when she hears that beep. Beep.
She doesn't?
No, she does.
Oh.
As soon as she hears the beep. And it's like, babe, let's snuggle. And I'm like,
Did you hear
said nothing for an hour. Yeah.
You hear the beep? It's like Pavlov's dog. It's like, that's the bell.
It really is.
It was actually a meme post that I saw that on where in the comments, everybody's like, you know, you can turn the beep down and or off so that it doesn't trigger that reaction.
That's crazy. I'm going to do that.
I thought I heard crying, but I couldn't tell. It didn't make sense to me why she was so upset. it was my thing, and I was just letting her use it. She told me she wanted to go stay with her mom to think. Damn, boy, you fucked up.
Yeah, you now you fucked up.
Think about what? I told her whatever, and she left. You fucked up again. Whatever. You just go do that if you want to. I'll still be here playing my PlayStation 5. I don't think I'm the asshole here because I did what I had to do so that we could pay rent. But I'm starting to feel guilty because my fiance is really upset. Am I the asshole?
Yes,
Yeah.
100%.
I mean, that's the thing is like, it is yours. I get that. But you should have at least communicated like, hey, I'm short on rent. Because she could have just been like, oh, I'll cover your 200.
Right.
Anything could have happened where maybe you don't sell the Switch. Or you could talk to her and she'd be like, yeah, no, we do need to pay our bills. So if you got to sell that, then that's fine.
Imagine you buy something, okay, and your significant other, you're like, fuck, I don't ever play with it, but they use it, whatever, all the time. At no point I'm going to be like, hey, will you hand me my thing? I'd be like, I would refer to it as their thing. Like,
Yeah.
then this dude's just a cock. Because A, it was his reckless spending that got them behind on the bills. And he was like, I'm going to take away the thing she likes.
Edit. I did not tell my fiance I was behind on rent because I didn't think it was her business to know I was going to be behind.
Yeah, so hopefully she left you.
Fiance, you guys are planning to be married. Those are things you communicate with.
Right.
You're not a single individual that, it's not her business. Yes, that's 100% her business. Our own money is in our own business. She doesn't tell me about her finances, and I don't tell her about mine. You guys are getting married once again. Also, we had a SD card in the Switch, which I have kept if she ever wants to buy her own Nintendo Switch. I want to say thank you to the people that are saying I'm not the asshole and seeing my side. Without doing this, we could have possibly been late for rent and worst case, even gotten evicted. I do hate seeing my fiance upset, and I plan to take her to dinner soon to make up for it. Quit doing that.
Stop going to dinner. That is what got you in the fucking situation in the first place.
She is more than welcome to play my PS5.
Who's that
if she
one
wants
guy
to.
that gives all the financial advice? Ramsey.
Oh, Dave Ramsey.
Dave Ramsey. Yeah, look, I'm fucking with Dave Ramsey right now. It's just like, stop. God.
If you got money for fancy poop, go buy it. But if you don't, stop.
Jesus Christ.
She's more than welcome to play my PS5 if she wants, because I have no intention of selling it. There's not much of an update between me and her. She is still at her mom's house, and I've been at the house playing on the PS5 all day. God, you're a piece of shit. But you guys are right. I probably should have told her beforehand. Yes. That was my mistake. Also, I disagree with the what's mine is yours. Does that mean her makeup is mine? Yeah, if you want to fucking do your makeup, you douche.
This is the accept all people, you know what I'm saying?
Like it's like you guys buy some forks and spoons for it. Like, are you gonna separate them out and these are the ones that I bought and those are the ones like you're an idiot. No, it's not mine, and I never sell her belongings or use it without permission. Info. I did not ask her if she wanted to buy it beforehand because I honestly didn't think of it. Yeah, because you're an idiot. Why would she give me $200 for it when she has to pay half the rent too? Doesn't make sense. Should I have offered it to a family member? Probably yes. No.
No.
That's my mistake too. No, the thing with that is like, it's not that she'd be giving you $200 to buy it. It'd be that she'd give you $200 so you guys as a group, as a collective, can pay the fucking rent. It's not she's buying the
And then
fucking
you go,
Switch, you
you can
idiot.
have the place. You can have the Nintendo Switch.
You fucking idiot. All right, so
I just hope she leaves them.
it's not looking good. My fiance finally got home around 8:45. She had a new Nintendo Switch in her hand. I asked her how she got it and where she got it. This is none of your fucking business.
That's right.
Like, that's what you just went through, was that it's not your guys'
Well, guess what she told him?
She told me it's none of my business when it is. I
thought their finances it didn't matter. He don't have to explain his finances.
How'd you get it?
Right.
I told her she could have possibly spent the rent money, and she said, don't worry about how I got it. I'm scared she spent the rent money on it. I don't know what to do. Final update. After my fiance went into the bedroom with the Switch, I followed her and still asked her where she got it. When she didn't answer, I asked her if she spent the rent money. She said no, she had it, but I told her I didn't believe her. I kept pressing till she ended up crying. You are a fucking monster.
Yeah, right.
She packed her a bag, including the Switch, and said she would send me the rent money later, but before it's due. She left, and I don't know where she went. She left her engagement ring as well. Okay, you did.
Hell
win.
yeah. There we go.
I'm really upset she left me like this over Nintendo Switch. It's not about the Switch, you jackass. I'm scared she is going to leave.
What? That's like getting stabbed and saying, I'm scared I'm going to get stabbed. Brother,
Yep.
you've already been stabbed.
The apartment is in my name, so legally I am the only one responsible. I cannot afford it myself. I'm stuck and lost for words.
No, I'm stuck at lost for words. That's what he said. Fuck this guy. We're not going to fix his grammar.
So it's just wild, though, because, like, at any point in time, he could have gotten himself out of this. Like, I sold the Switch. She's upset. Be like, sorry, babe. I didn't realize. Like, I thought it was mine, and so I need to come up with rent. Like, I should have asked you first. Done. Fucking problem solved. She's still upset, but like, at least you were saying like, hey, I think of your feelings too. Like, we're gonna get married. But like, he is totally acting like a single dude that has like a girlfriend that he's known for like a week or two.
But also his finances, not her
Private,
business.
private.
But he wants to know her finances too. That's so crazy, man. It's a partnership. It's two people trying to get through life together. I'm not gonna be like, Mama, you don't get to know anything.
Yeah. Also, it's not that I'm immature, quote, or need communication, quote. Yes, it is. I just feel like she needs to worry about rent, making dinner, and having the house clean before she worries about a Nintendo Switch.
She makes half the money, dog. Why don't you worry about that shit?
Did you just hear his explanation?
Right.
I just feel like she needs to worry about rent, making dinner, and having the house clean before she worries about a Nintendo Switch. Are you worrying about those things before you turn on your PlayStation, you
No,
fuck?
he's not. Well, he got a PlayStation.
We had that. We had the agreement that she would do all that if I were to work extra, which I have. So her getting mad about me selling my things is ridiculous. If she went and sold her makeup or whatever, what is the deal with makeup?
Fucking, this dude really, he's like, I see it and I can't
She
use
uses
it.
makeup.
She don't let me use it. I wouldn't want to use makeup, but she won't let me do it.
If I
And
wanted to, I
it's
should.
there and I'll see it. And some of them colors are pretty, but I would never do. Like, why you keep bringing up the makeup, dog? Just wear some fucking makeup.
Jesus Christ.
Or whatever items that belong to her to make rent, then I wouldn't care.
Especially the makeup.
I wish she would open her eyes and realize it wasn't a big deal. And to those who are commenting about how I said it's not my business, but I keep hounding her about the Switch she bought, I ended up finding out she used her part of the rent to buy the Switch, which makes me mad. She has no rent money because she wasted it on a system that we could eventually get later on when we had the money. I'm not updating anymore. I'm too tired. You're not updating anymore because you're a jackass and you know that you're to blame.
We also got banned from Reddit.
Oh, nice.
And it didn't even say deleted. It just says has been banned.
Nice. Fucking doofus.
Well, I wanted to know. I want to know why he got banned for. I want an update. Hopefully, she never came back.
I would guarantee she's done.
No.
Like,
oh yeah. No, I thought you were saying she's coming back.
no, she, like, he could have kept that girl multiple times, but it was so far down that line that, like, no. Any
Multiple chances to
self-respecting-
save himself. Yeah. All right. Well, look, guys, we don't make the same mistakes as people in these stories have made, unless. Well, no.
Unless you write it and put it on Reddit
The first
so that
one
we
was
can read
good,
it.
but all the other one were just like the chain. Like the girl didn't know how to prioritize her fucking problems. She was like, okay, rock fail, scary, cocaine, rape somebody, physically abusive.
Well, and then we had the Gabes that didn't like.
Brother C. Just don't be any of these people in these stories, because honestly, look, just I don't know, love your partner. Do something. Love your partner like we love you, and we will see you next time.
Later.